One for Trang. Trang, I noticed with our friend from Everyday Independence, he was using his hands a lot. Can you give us some tips in relation to when you're speaking, is the hand movement detract from the message, or are hand movements, certain cultures like mine, we love hand movements. So you can say, I'm doing it now. So it's how we do it. But is that something we should be conscious of when we're speaking?
Great question, Con. With hand gestures, think of it like a spectrum. So down at this end, you can have no hand gestures where people talk with their hands in their pockets, they keep their hands behind their back, they cross their arms, nothing. And then on the other side, you've got overly exaggerated and distracting hand gestures that can take away from your message. So at either extreme, we don't want that. But when we are in the middle, and in the middle is subjective, so yes, culturally, there's differences. And this isn't to say that you should take away from what is natural to you. Hand gestures are helpful to our message, such as when we're talking numbers, when we show numbers, it makes what we are saying more memorable. If we are talking about something big, we can show it with our hands. We're talking about something small, we can show it with our hands. It's like playing charades. It adds to our message. So one of my first speaking teachers was called Vin Jang. Has anyone come across him online? Yeah, he's everywhere, right? He was one of my first speaking teachers, and something he taught me was called the magic zone. Think of the magic zone between your hips and your shoulders. And when you're gesturing within that zone, then you are engaging people. So we don't want to be down here and then gesturing from down here, and we don't always want to be up here because that's going to be distracting. So think of the magic zone, gesturing within that zone to support our message as much as we can, rather than distracting. But the exact boundaries of that is subjective, and I think culturally it should be embraced because it is expressive, right? Like Italians, like I ran a corporate workshop a few weeks ago, and one of the attendees came up to me afterwards and he was like, oh yeah, like everything that you were talking about, that comes naturally to me. I'm Italian. And I'm like, yes, this is how you gesture. So I hope that answers your question. Yeah.
Oh, ask me something. No one? No one? Yes.
Software. Yep. At current, a lot of people's plans that are coming in, and that when they're coming in from the NDIS, they're in blocks of 4. With your software, are you able to divide that within the blocks of 4 as you're billing? Yep, here you go.
That's the periodic funding you're
Yeah.
talking about. Yes. There is lots of questions on that. We have implemented periodic funding within the software, and initially we decided that it is going to be as per the NDS guidelines. It has to be equally divided between the plan start date and plan end date, but that's not the case. Yeah, so what we have done so far is that you can divide the funding equally right now, but we have given the option to change the dates as well, and you can divide the funding as well. But once you have fixed it, after that you cannot make any changes. And other problem, which was there, that you cannot brought back the funding from the future date to current term, but you can always take it forward to the next term if anything is left over. So we started sending the notification out at 60%, 70%, 80%. Okay, this term's funding is over. After 100%, we completely blocked you creating the shift for the participant, because you will never ever get paid if you have spent even a single cent on top of it. But still, it's not clear. There is lots of questions still coming up, and plans, they are not consistent. So we are having another meeting tomorrow with one of our clients. He's coming specially from Queensland, and he's bringing us a couple of plans of the participants, 2 different. One is, I think, 5 years plan, and one is 2 years plan. And let's see how we go ahead with that. And we have but implemented periodic funding in there. We have that in the software. Yeah, from day one, you can, as soon as you enter the plan, Our system asks you how many divisions you want to do. It will divide the funding equally, then you can make changes there. And once you have saved it, that's it. After that, you can't make any changes. Yeah, so that's what Section 33 says, and at this stage. So, but still changes are coming in, and yeah, so we'll see how it goes. Yeah, lots of work has to go in to to simplify their complex problems. Yeah. Any other question? I think that answers your question. Yeah. Anyone else? Any other software issues?
Anything about the business? Somebody wants to know how I did something. You've been looking at me very curiously, so I've been thinking of you taking that moment to ask something.
No, I just want to know, in your journey, what has been your biggest challenge and what might you have done differently if you have your option?
That's a question I ask myself over and over again every few days, every few weeks, every few months. Previously, when I started back in 2018, we started under the name Magnum Support Services. A lot of people know that. More people who know Wise Healthcare, more than that, people still remember that Magnum Support Services for different reasons. How am I doing it differently has got a lot of different dimensions to it. But the way I did it in the first time, I learned a lot. I learned every step of the way. How many people here have been in the industry, let's say, more than 5 years? Have you read the NDIS practice standards and guidelines back to back? I have. I don't meet a lot of people who've done that. And I've gone beyond that. We created a book out of it, which we still call Magnum Bible. And my auditors swear by it, the things that we did. That's about learning every little letter and word and every indicator within the NDIS guidelines on how we need to do this and how we need to do that and how we need to do that. With the same logo, if you go to ChatGPT and you look for Explore GPTs, and under there you look for what is it called? NDIS Guidebot, NDIS Navigator and Guidebot by Wise HC, that Wise Healthcare in short, Wise HC. I've included my entire copy of that Bible that I call on how do you satisfy each indicator in detail. It will tell you. How am I going to do differently is use technology to my advancement in a completely different manner. Continue connecting with people that I never did before. Go out. I never went out before. Still did well. Now I go out a bit more. More people know me in person. They've seen my face now. A lot of people, before I met, they've heard my voice. I would still go out somewhere and I was like, Bobby, I'm this. I'm Amanda. Bobby, I'm Mandy. Bobby, I'm Joe. Bobby, I'm Amy. You remember? Bobby, my name's Mark. We used to do this and that. Last month we were at an event. We met Luke. Yeah? Last month or month before? Yeah, that was in June. Yeah, in June I met Luke. I've been working with Luke since 2018. 2018, 2019. I met him for the first time ever. Never met him in 7 years. But now I'm going out more. I'm having people know Wise with my face, not just my voice and what I do. So that is one thing different that I'm doing by going out, reaching out to more people, connecting with more people, talking to more people, exchanging ideas, telling about what I do and why am I doing something the way I'm doing it. That's communication. That's relaying a message. That's one thing I'm doing differently. And that is what is needed that I never did. I always stayed back, always improving on the processes. Yeah? That kind of gives you an insight on what you're looking for. Not exactly to answer your question. I know your question comes from completely different dimension.
That's great. Well done. Good job.
Thank you. There's a lot more to it, a story. You got me to walk the last 7 to 8 years in my head.